July 15, 1992. A young mother takes her toddler for a morning walk across a London park. Within minutes, she's dead, stabbed nearly 50 times in broad daylight. Her 2-year-old son is the only witness. It would take 16 years, one wrongful prosecution, and a string of police failures before the real killer was found. Rachel Nickell was 23, a devoted mother to her son, Alex. That morning, she and Alex walked their dog across Wimbledon Common, a popular park spanning over 1,000 acres. A few hours later, a dog walker found Alex clinging to his mother's body. Rachel had been sexually assaulted and stabbed 49 times. Alex was the only person who saw what happened. And he was 2 years old. Police were under immense pressure. 32 men were interrogated. Eventually, detectives zeroed in on Colin Stagg, a local man who often walked his dog on the common. There was no physical evidence connecting him to the crime. Instead, police used an undercover officer, a so-called honey trap, to try to lure a confession out of him through a fake romantic relationship. It didn't work. In 1994, a judge threw out the case, ruling the police tactics improper. Stagg had spent over a year in custody for a crime he didn't commit. He was later awarded over £700,000 for the wrongful prosecution. With Stagg cleared, Rachel's case went cold for nearly a decade. Then, in 1993, the same year Stagg was wrongly charged, a woman named Samantha Bissett and her 4-year-old daughter Jasmine were murdered in South London. Detectives noticed disturbing similarities to Rachel's case. The suspect? Robert Napper, a man with a documented history of violent attacks, who police had actually identified years earlier as a potential suspect in a string of rapes near Wimbledon, but failed to arrest before he disappeared. In 2002, forensic scientists developed a new technique to amplify degraded DNA evidence from Rachel's crime scene. The match? Robert Napper. In 2008, 16 years after Rachel's murder, Napper pleaded guilty to her manslaughter. He spent his sentence at Broadmoor, a high-security psychiatric hospital, ever since. Alex Hanscom, the boy who witnessed it all, grew up in the shadow of his mother's murder and a justice system that got it wrong before it got it right. He's spoken publicly about how police failures, including failing to arrest Napper years earlier, may have cost his mother her life. Rachel Nickell's case became one of Britain's most infamous examples of investigative failure, and a reminder of how a rush to convict can derail the search for the truth. This case is the subject of Netflix's documentary, The Murder of Rachel Nickell, along with the dramatized series The Witness.